Hello everyone, I'm Zhang. My entry number is GS56378. Today I'm going to talk about the impact of human capital on regional economic growth in Henan province. My presentation is divided into three parts, which is introduction, literature review, and methodology. The first part, introduction. Background of the study. As a large province with population and economy in China, Henan province has achieved rapid economic development, and people's living standards have been greatly improved under the policy of reform and opening up. However, due to various reasons, the economic development of Henan province is not balanced with that of neighboring provinces. Those differences are caused by various factors, including capital, labor, geography, history, system, and so on. The low quality and low stock of human capital in Henan province has seriously affected the external effect of human capital in promoting economic growth, and the law of increasing return on human capital skills is difficult to play a role in Henan province, resulting in the economic growth of Henan province mainly in an extensive way. Problem statement. Compare with hard capital, such as material and currency. Human capital has a greater appreciation space. As a living capital, human capital is innovative and creative, and has the ability to effectively allocate resources and adjust a development strategy of enterprises. After more than 3 decades of rapid growth, China's economic growth has declined. The massive investment, the export-driven growth model is being questioned, as is Henan, a key part of China's regional economy. Henan province is the most populous province in China. The process of economic development, due to the restriction of education, medical treatment, and other conditions, the human capital investment is insufficient, and the human capital stock and human capital level are low finally, which seriously restricts the good economic development of Henan province. Research questions. In this paper, the concept and the theoretical basis analysis of human capital investment and economic development as a starting point, through data analysis and empirical analysis of regional model, from a quantitative perspective to explore the specific relationship between human capital investment and economic development. Through the processing of the acquired data, the results of empirical analysis illustrate the human capital problem existing in the economic development of Henan province. Research objectives. Based on the analysis of the current situation of human capital and economic development in Henan province, and the conclusion of empirical analysis, this paper analyzes the core problem encountered in the economic development of Henan province, analyze the reasons for the problem, and put forward the reasonable policy suggestions according to the corresponding problems, so as to achieve the ultimate goal of promoting economic development. Significance of the study. This article is based on education expenditure as the index of human capital investment, summarize the related literature about human capital research, collecting data and empirical analysis on the relationship between human capital investment and economic growth in the Henan province. put forward the problem existing in the economic development of Henan province, and find the root of problem. For policy formulation and implementation provides a theoretical basis and practical value. Part 2, Literature Review. Introduction. At the present, the domestic and foreign scholars on the relationship between human capital and economic growth has a large number of research, but all economists use math is different, so their results are slightly different, but different scholars hold different views. But on the whole, scholars agree that the role of human capital on economic growth is not to be ignored. This paper mainly reviews the literature from two aspects: theoretical literature review and empirical literature review. Review of theoretical literature. Arrow and Yuzawa proposed that the human capital theory was mainly based on the endogenous growth theory. Alcoin and Howitt emphasize that human capital as a kind of technology investment has a positive effect on economic growth. Ballet Gurman and KNMT found that the higher the level of human capital is, the higher the overall operation ability of a company, the decision-making ability of managers, and the work efficiency in the work will be improved accordingly from the perspective of the company. WMQ studied and analyzed human capital through different methods. Based on the nature of diminishing marginal returns of material capital, it was believed that human capital could neutralize such marginal effects to ensure the continuous growth of economy. Review of empirical literature. Guo Xiaobao and Li Fan selected the economic data of different developing countries, respectively, to calculate the output elasticity of physical capital input and human capital input in developing countries. The results show that the output elasticity index of physical capital in developing countries is close to 1, and the output elasticity of human capital is much lower than that of physical capital. Xu Changqing applied co-integration analysis, Granger test, and vector error correction model to explore the correlation between human capital and regional economic growth in Guangdong province, and believes that human capital and regional economic growth in Guangdong province were endogenous. Part 3, Research Methodology. Introduction. The third chapter is the empirical analysis of human capital investment and economic growth in Henan province. By looking at Henan province, 1996 to 2016, statistical yearbook data. Statistics is real GDP as the explained variable YT in Henan province. Selects the whole social fixed assets investment of Henan province as indicator of physical capital inputs KT. Selection of Henan province education funds total as the human capital of Henan province in the measure of the HT, and the unit are 100 billion yuan. Based on Cobb-Douglas production function, a regression model is established to analyze the effects of physical capital, output elasticity of human capital, and human capital input on economic growth. the core integration relationship between economic growth and physical capital input and human capital input is obtained through unit rule test and integration test. The lag regression analysis is used to study the lag effect of human capital input on economic growth. Thank you for watching.